think it's going to be a celebration. I don't look at it as a battle. No Limit, Cash Money, we both from New Orleans, and just be able to show the next generation, look our sustainability and how we could come together on the stage and represent the city of New Orleans. So that's what this.
Hey, it's your brother VANSILK. That's right. You know something? Everything in life revolves around having common sense. But you know, I'm going to say this, and I really enjoyed the verses tonight. Cash Money versus No Limit. I wasn't going to watch it at first. I said, you know what? Why not? What I got to lose? All I can say is, from Master P to Baby, Chopper, Mia X, Silk the Shocker, and everybody that was on that stage tonight, you represented hip-hop. This is coming from somebody who come from the first generation of hip-hop. You represented hip-hop to its fullest. I love the energy. You know, there's always going to be some people that's going to complain, oh, yo, so-and-so should have been there. Listen, it is what it is. And hopefully, Live Nation was like, oh, yo, we got to get this out on the road. Black Collective, Live Nation, somebody take this on the road. Seriously, let me cut this down a little bit. I got on the Positive Case shirt. I said, let me make this video real quick. You know, you'll make sure you'll support my channel, Common Sense for VANSILK. Shirt is acting all crazy. But man, I really enjoyed the concert. I enjoyed the energy. I enjoyed seeing Snoop Dogg coming out there. You know, my man hit me up early after I was going to watch it. Then my daughter came in like, yo, you going to watch it? And I said, nah. I turned around, and I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed how the people were very responsive to the music. Now, hope that a lot of people get home safe tonight. Just don't mess it up. But, you know, shout out to Timberland and Swizz Beats and Complex Magazine, VANSILK. Oh my God, I really enjoyed it. And hopefully, it could be more. It could be more. But at the end of the day, this was definitely good for the culture of hip-hop. It gave a younger generation to see the music, the energy. You know, now my daughter said, why everybody stand on stage? And I said, it's been like that from the very beginning of hip-hop in the Bronx. You know, people always been on stage. But now when you get to certain shows, you know, they clean stage. But something like this, it's more of a family affair. And what I'm more proud of is to say that to see after all these years, that you can get these two record labels and the people together on stage. I want to shout out Wendy Day, who was part of the early success of Cash Money. And I'd like to shout out to Tobin Costin, who passed about a year or two ago, who I was dealing with years ago, who was working with Master P in the very beginning. But just to say that, to me, this is history. This was history tonight, because you would never thought that you would ever see these two label heads and the people and the artists get together. Yeah, you know, Miss Wayne, yeah, Mystical, stuff like that. You know, shout out to Gangsta Boo, rest in peace, Queen. Mia X, you carried it. You held it down. You held it down, Mia X. No matter what goes down and no matter how it goes, you held it down. But like I said, Cash Money No Limit show to me, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna be honest. And for all y'all that saying, oh, this and that, y'all just some straight haters. But I enjoy it. VANSILK, a hip-hop pioneer, first generation, nothing you could tell me. That was a good show. I really was entertained, and it brought back to like, damn, what happened to the culture? Why isn't it like this now? But you know, It's going to work its way around. But meanwhile, just enjoy a few of these clips, fair use. I ain't trying to take it over and get strikes and copyright strikes. But shout out to everybody. God bless show. God bless hip hop. God bless the Verzuz. God bless this event that happened tonight on Saturday. I really enjoyed it. And you'll make sure you support Common Sense with VANSILK. Make sure you support. Peace.